back, guys. Joseph Holman here. Today, I'm going to be using this nice 40-ton hydraulic press here at work to straighten out this 3-point stabilizer link off my tractor. You can see, got a big old bow in here, and I was mowing some real heavy brush with a brush hog, and unfortunately these front pins, you just use a lynch pin to keep them on, and every now and then they'll grab a hold of it, they'll pull that lynch pin out, and if you don't catch it in time, it'll get down down by your implement, and it'll get bent. And this is not the first time this has been bent, so we're going to chuck her up in the press and try and straighten her out. So I'm trying to get to where you've got a pretty good view of what's going on. And what we have to do is we're going to have to put pressure right on the spot of this bend and actually bend it beyond straight, so that when it springs back, because metal does have a memory, it will spring back. When it springs back, it springs back to a straight position instead of a bent position. So I've got her about where I want her. Give me a second here, and we're going to start pushing, try and press it out. It's always a good idea to try and stand off to the side when you're pressing on something like this, because it tries to jump out of there. Try and stand in a position where the press will shield you from whatever object you're pressing on, and don't use too much force. It seems like it's binding up. Back the press off and take a different tack. And yes, for all of those who are going to ask, this is an air over hydraulic press, but unfortunately the air motor does not work properly, and it tends to spray hydraulic fluid all over the floor when you try and use it. So we just use it manually. Okay, and we can go a little farther. Some of you are going to ask, could you heat this up and bend it? Yes, I could heat this up and bend it, but if I did, I would create a weak spot. This is actually, I believe, spring steel. I would create a weak spot. Wherever I heated it, I'm going to be prone to bend there again. So if I bend it cold like this, like it is now, it's less likely to bend again. Well, we still, how well that's going to show up. This is a wide angle lens. We still have a bit of a curve in it. Looks like there's a little bit of a bend maybe right in here. Yeah, maybe right there. We'll put the pressure and see if we can't get that to come out. Okay, that's looking better. There's a little bit right here too, it looks like. Well, how well that's going to show up. Right where my fingers are back here, it looks like there's a little bit of a bend there. I'm going to try and put some pressure on that. Well guys, that actually looks fairly straight now. There's supposed to be a little bit of a kick at this end, so that's normal. This section looks fairly straight. You can see back here, this has got a twist to it, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that out or not. I don't know if there's a good way to press this out with what I have here. I'm going to try and put some pressure on it and see what happens, but there's no way I can clamp against it. I don't have anything I can clamp against this 40-ton press. Rolling up. That makes it better. Pressure right there. Actually, that's not terribly bad. I don't know if you can see that now. I need to press it right in here because there's a curve to it. See if I can't flatten that curve back out. But that's a lot better than what it was. If I can get that in here, right, try and flatten some of that curve out, I think it'll be okay. It's still ever so slightly rolled outwards, out this way, but that's a lot better than what it was. And that should allow it to mount up on the tractor fine, because there is some play in the pins. So that should work just fine as far as mounting it goes. I think we got her straightened back out sufficiently where it should work again. So yeah, that's how a little patience. I've never straightened one of these before. Not myself. Actually, the last one I straightened, I didn't have a press, so I just put it up on blocks and actually ran it over with the tractor to get some of the bend out of it, and it did work. It wasn't ideal, it wasn't perfectly straight. It didn't look nearly this good, but you know, just take your time, think about it, and with a little ingenuity and a good stout hydraulic press, did a pretty good job straightening it back out. So I'll try and get a little video here when we put it back on the tractor and show you where it goes and what it does. And do me a favor, please don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, share. And if you got any questions, don't be afraid to ask me, guys. Get out there, get your hands dirty. You might have a little fun doing it.